Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today for a very special announcement. I'm Ted Carter, and it's a pleasure to serve as your president of the University of Nebraska system. I am grateful to be here today and to thank all of you for the great work you're doing every single day on behalf of the University of Nebraska. You, our faculty and staff, are on the front lines of this university, and I could not ask for better ambassadors for the University of Nebraska and its mission. And as this state's only public university, it's a noble mission. That is why I am so pleased to share with all of you today that we are announcing the largest campaign in this university's history. Only in Nebraska, a campaign for our university's future. The goal of the campaign is to raise $3 billion by engaging and inspiring 150,000 unique donors to support the University of Nebraska. The campaign has three goals, with the number one goal, with more than half of the $3 billion fundraising goal, targeted at student support. You've heard me say this before. Students are the top priority in our strategic plan and our North Star. The campaign will help us ensure that students have affordable access to a University of Nebraska education because we know a degree will change their life, their families' lives, and affect all of us through the contributions to our society. This has always been important to us, and its importance is only elevated by the fact that Nebraska is facing critical workforce shortages in multiple areas, but especially in high-skill, high-demand, high-wage jobs. In many of these areas, only the University of Nebraska can provide the skilled workforce necessary. So support for students is the first priority in this campaign. The second priority of the campaign is to enhance faculty, academic and clinical excellence, to invest in you, our faculty, and our programs. Faculty are central to our academic and research enterprises. Our goal here is to create more professorships and more chairs for every field and invest directly in academic programs that are delivering excellence in education and providing what Nebraska needs right now. The third priority in the campaign is research and innovation. Your research and innovation in agriculture, water, early childhood, rural development, medicine, infectious disease, national defense, and many other areas is recognized on a national and in many cases, global stage. The world is depending on your solutions as never before. Solutions that I believe will originate from this university and others in higher education. You've heard me talk about the value proposition of higher education before, but research is the area where I believe it is most strongly needed. To solve our biggest problems, we need the research that comes from higher education. Therefore, we will invest in transformational research and innovation in this campaign. I mentioned at the beginning that students were a top priority in our strategic plan. Another key cornerstone in our strategic plan is partnerships. You've probably heard the proverb, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. We cannot go as far as we want to go without partners. The university is doing its part. We have frozen tuition for 2 years, expanded the Nebraska Promise program, and saved students millions by offering low or no-cost course materials. We have exercised discipline when it comes to our budget. We have great partners in Nebraska's elected leaders who also want to see the state's economy flourish and create a high quality of life for generations to come. And we are grateful to the legislature and our governor for their investment in the university and their partnership on our efforts. Today, with this announcement, we are bringing to the table another partner, our philanthropic partners. Nebraska is an incredibly generous state. We don't have the largest population in the country. We don't have the largest alumni base. Despite that, in funds raised, we rank in the top 25 among public universities. We are actually 21st in the country. This is a state that is very loyal to this university, the state's only public university. Donors believe in its promise. They believe in you. This campaign began quietly in 2018. Today, we launch it publicly. I'm proud to share with you that more than half of our goal, or $1.68 billion, has already been raised from more than 112,000 donors. I'm confident that with the important work you are all doing and with the generosity of all of our philanthropic partners, we will reach our campaign goals. There's nothing more fun, more exciting than to have a challenging goal in front of you and to have the team that you know can do it. We have that in each of you and the chancellors leading your campuses. Next, I'm going to ask each chancellor to say a few words about the campaign priorities for their campuses. We're going to start with UNK Chancellor Doug Christensen, then go to UNO Chancellor Joanne Lee, UNMC Chancellor Jeffrey Gold, and UNL Chancellor Ronnie Green. Chancellor Christensen.
Thank you, Ted. We could not be more pleased to be part of the Only in Nebraska campaign. What I like best about this campaign is that the top priority is on students. That's what UNK has always been about. In keeping with the #1 campaign theme to focus on students and student success, our top priority is more scholarships for students. Over 40% of our students are first generation. Our students become leaders for this state. They are filling IT jobs. Increasingly, they are becoming healthcare professionals for this state, particularly in rural Nebraska. We want to enroll more students, provide them with more scholarship aid and more programs that keep them here, and to make sure they get their degree completed. This is our #1 priority. It is important to raise funds for professorships and chairs, so that we can recruit and retain faculty who would challenge our students and create excellence in our academic programs. UNK students are taught not by graduate students or TAs, but by full-time professors who hold terminal degrees in their area. This ensures high-quality instruction. Compared to our peers, we have fewer professorships and chairs, so this is very important, a high campaign priority for us. We want chairs and professorships, and foremost to recognize our faculty and their excellence. This investment in faculty translates into outstanding experiences for our students. Another priority is to make the UNK-UNMC Rural Health Education Building a reality. We are extremely grateful for the legislature's support of this project, and now private support is needed. This project will improve the healthcare workers in rural Nebraska. We know it can do this because we've already proven it. The Health Sciences Education Complex, which was completed in 2015, with 85% of its graduates establishing their careers in rural Nebraska. Another priority is to create the Library of the Future by expanding our learning commons at the Calvin T. Library, where we can offer tutoring, success coaching, foreign language support, and more for free for our students. Finally, we're going to create the Loper Sports Performance Network to focus on all aspects of well-being for our student athletes, physical, mental, and academic. There is more, but these are among our top priorities for the Only in Nebraska campaign. With the phenomenal support from our communities and our private partners, we can do even more for our Loper students and our Loper community. We can provide what Nebraska needs right now. I'm confident we will do it. I look forward to accomplishing these goals. And now it's my pleasure to turn it over to my colleague, UNO Chancellor Joanne Lee.
Thank you, Doug. It's a pleasure for me to also welcome you here today. At UNO, our most important goal is to empower our students through higher education and improve their social and economic mobility. You have heard me say it before. If we can move students from the lowest tier up 1 or even 2 tiers, we lift up not only those students, but their families, and by extension, our community and our state. We are Omaha's urban metropolitan university, and we want to ensure every student, especially those here in the state's largest labor pool, has the chance to succeed. To achieve this goal, we must significantly increase the number of scholarships we can offer students and invest in support programs focused on student health and wellness, as well as programs that ensure students, once here, make it to degree completion and do so in a timely manner. We will constantly reflect on the question, which student are we missing? And ask how we can identify an affordable path for all students. We'll focus on growing student learning environments too, such as expanding our STEM facilities, rethinking the future use of our wine hall, one of UNO's largest and oldest buildings, in the pursuit of transforming UNO into a cutting-edge home for biology and life sciences. Renovations to Roskins Hall to support the growth of our STEM Trail Center, renovations to Wellness Center to expand the research and learning capacity of health and kinesiology, and renovations to the Peter Kiewit Institute, home to UNO's information technology programs. We will also invest in our faculty and academic programs. We aim to significantly increase funding for endowed chairs and professorships. This is especially critical for UNO, is to take leadership in programs such as biomechanics, national security, aviation, criminal justice, public administration, business, civic leadership, and bioinformatics to the next level. We will invest in our academic programs that meet the workforce needs of our community, such as the College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences. Some of the investment we have made there are already seeing a return. The teacher we graduated as the class of 2022 were the largest graduating class in the past 5 years. And we will invest in the College of Information Science and Technology. We'll create more active learning research and development labs, establish a center of computing education focused on K-12 education, and create an Expresso IT-enabled STEM center. In research and innovation, our priorities will include investing in the Security and Intelligence Studies program that is providing research to address challenges facing our policymakers. UNO is the only urban university in the Nebraska university system. We are committed to serve our community and produce talents that are critical thinkers and independent minds. For instance, we'll create a Samuel Bach Museum, the Learning Center, to allow UNO to house works by renowned artist and Holocaust survivor Samuel Bach, and enable us to facilitate important discussions, events, and engagement opportunities on issues such as genocide, human rights, the Holocaust, and artistic expression. Finally, UNO is committed to democratizing access to its talent and resources. We will create a space in Aksaban Village called UNO Echo to provide a common space where education, community, and business come together. Our goal is simple. We want to bring a sense of belonging to anyone who enters the space, eliminating the intimidation of higher education. UNO Echo will house research and engagement programs such as the Security Hub for Innovation, Education, and Leadership Development, or otherwise known as SHIELD. UNO is here to change the social culture of higher education. We will lead in workforce development by providing real solutions to real problems. We're here to help lead the economy of the future and improve the human condition. Our Maverick family of students, faculty, staff, alumni, and supporter is honored to be part of the Only in Nebraska campaign. I now turn it over to Dr. Jeffrey Gold, Executive Vice President and Provost of the University of Nebraska System and Chancellor of UNMC.
Thank you, Joe. The University of Nebraska Medical Center, along with our clinical partner, Nebraska Medicine, have the enormous responsibility to educate the next generation of healthcare professionals and medical scientists, as well as the monumental privilege to provide life-saving research and care for Nebraskans, here, across the state, across the nation, and around the world. We have always had a strong partnership and support with the philanthropic community, and we are so very proud to take part in this critical partnership, the next level that starts today, to take part in the Only in Nebraska campaign. As has been shared earlier today, the top goal of this campaign is to support students. At UNMC, that means more scholarships, more graduate student support, and we do this through fellowships and assistantships. We want to recruit and retain the very top students who will become the future healthcare professionals who will take care of you and I in the future, conduct the research that addresses our most pressing healthcare questions. So this campaign will give us the tools. It'll produce the student support that we need to do that and to relentlessly recruit and to support our current and future students. In addition to direct student support, we will continue to invest in technology and to offer students the most advanced, innovative training and educational experiences anywhere in the world. This includes augmented and virtual reality education, as well as extensive investments in experiential training. As a second priority for us at the Med Center, we're going to raise funds to continue to enhance our faculty, our academic and our clinical programs. Faculty members and clinicians play a critical role in the success of our students, as well as in our overall research enterprise. Many of our faculty are also clinician scientists or clinician educators. Competitive packages that enable us to recruit and to retain them and to offer additional professorships and chairs will allow us to continue our tremendous momentum that we established decades ago. And we want to create more support for clinical research trials, such as the over 200 clinical research trials that are currently being accessed by patients at Nebraska Medicine. This offers them, and indeed possibly even each of you, the most advanced treatment available anywhere. The third component for the campaign here at the Med Center will be to expand facilities to meet healthcare education needs. This will include areas such as the new Health Science Education Facility on UNMC's Omaha campus. This will house new and expanding programs in the College of Allied Health Professions and support the College of Dentistry's residency and fellowship training programs, and provide expanded clinical opportunities as well. Just a few minutes ago, Chancellor Christensen mentioned our joint efforts to enhance and enlarge the UNMC satellite operations that we have on the Kearney campus. And we'll do this by adding a second building, which will require not just the building itself, but will require new faculty, support, and program activities to be successful. We will further invest in rural Nebraska by expanding our existing programs in the Scottsbluff-Gehring area with the addition of a new College of Nursing facility with shared space for the College of Allied Health Professions and for the programs of the College of Dentistry. In addition, we will continue to invest in Project Next, also known as the Nebraska Transformation Project, to educate the next generation of Nebraska's healthcare workforce and to provide our patients with the very best quality of care in safe, modern, state-of-the-art facilities. Project Next, already underway since defined in federal law in late 2019, will continue to build the future of healthcare security for not just our communities, but for the nation as well. We will continue to invest in our research enterprise. I'm sure you recall that when COVID-19 was sweeping the world, it was our scientists here at UNMC who helped discover that the SARS-CoV-2 virus spreads through many means, including airborne transmission. That's the story of UNMC, bold, innovative, and at the true forefront of health sciences research and discovery. We will continue that legacy by investing in our research enterprise, by raising funds for centers of excellence in cancer, in immunotherapies, in neurological and degenerative diseases, in diseases of the heart and vascular system, women's health, behavioral health, and so many other critically important areas that affect Nebraskans on a daily basis. Having seen the results that have come through philanthropy, we are proud to join the University of Nebraska system in the launch of the Only in Nebraska campaign. Today, and for the years to come, we will continue to build the future that Nebraska truly needs. It is now my pleasure to turn the podium over to my colleague and friend, Chancellor Ronnie Green of the University of Nebraska-Lincoln.
Thank you, Jeff. For 154 years, UNL has been dedicated to its land-grant mission to provide opportunity to all citizens of our state. That mission meets a very practical need today to address Nebraska's workforce demands and continue building Nebraska's economy. We will do that by investing in the three themes that have been shared here today: a focus on world-class education of our students, on our faculty and their academic excellence, and a keen focus on research and innovation. Our goal is to substantially increase the number of merit and need-based scholarships for undergraduate students and provide nationally competitive fellowships and assistantships for talented graduate students. We will also invest in our honors program, our internships, experiential learning, learning communities, collaborative research initiatives, and global experiences so that our students can leave the university highly prepared. To grow enrollment in high priority need areas such as engineering, computing, and data sciences, we need both programs and world-class physical space. We have been investing in engineering through the creation of Kiewit Hall, as well as the Kiewit Scholars Program and the Peter Kiewit Foundation Engineering Academy. We will continue that investment and create a new home for the newly instituted School of Computing while expanding the Rake School of Computer Science and Management. We also seek to fully endow and name our colleges of business, agricultural sciences and natural resources, and Nebraska Law to further meet the needs of our students and the state's talent demands. We remain committed to offering excellence to our nation-leading Division I student athletes. In this campaign, we will complete funding for the Go Big Training and Student Support Facility for all student athletes, a new track and field facility, and the next generation of Memorial Stadium. A theme you have heard here today is support for the scholarship, research, and discovery of our faculty. I am fully committed to this goal as faculty play the most critical role in the success of our students and overall research and engagement enterprise. We will raise funds for a record number of endowed faculty chairs and invest in the academic programs they are leading, including programs such as our University Honors Program, Teacher Scholars Academy, the Jeffrey S. Rake School of Computer Science and Management, Nebraska Business Honors Academy, the Engler Agribusiness Entrepreneurship Program, and the College of Arts and Sciences Internship and Career Planning Center. We will enhance our world-class arts performing center and expand educational experience opportunities by major renovations and expansion of the Leeds Center for Performing Arts. We will continue to invest in journalism and mass communications, architecture, and the visual and performing arts. And we will invest in record ways in research, creative activity, and innovation. You cannot be a land-grant comprehensive research intensive institution without world-leading, impactful research and discovery. UNL is the only Carnegie R1 research university in the state of Nebraska. This state depends on us to drive discoveries that solve real-world problems and translate those discoveries into practice for the public. Research is a fundamental purpose of our institution, and it is imperative that it continues to be central to what we do. A major focus for us in this campaign is water, food, and natural resource security. Agriculture, food, and life sciences is Nebraska's top industry, and we have the third largest ag economy in the nation. UNL is consistently ranked among the top universities globally with respected established research programs in food, agriculture, climate, water, and natural resource sciences. And we will continue to grow our footprint and international stature, including through the establishment of a new joint USDA National Center for Resilient and Regenerative Precision Agriculture and an accompanying technology transfer facility at Nebraska's Innovation Campus. Additional key foci in the campaign will be bringing real solutions to our schools through our world-renowned early childhood education programs in the College of Education and Human Sciences, furthering drug discovery and development to create next-generation pharmaceutical defenses and keep American forces safe, and expanding the Nebraska Food for Health Center focused on the human microbiome. Philanthropy will help us in all of these areas and in many more areas of research and innovation that are making a difference here and around the world. The choices we make today, like those made by our predecessors in the previous 15 decades, will impact generations to come. Our vision is to be a transformative, world-leading, 21st century mission-integrated land-grant university without walls. Just as we stand on the shoulders of those who came before, they will stand on ours. It is an awesome responsibility and opportunity. I look forward to working alongside all of you in the immediate time ahead to bring these dreams to reality through the Only in Nebraska campaign. There are indeed great days ahead at Nebraska's flagship comprehensive land-grant research university. Together, we will do big things.
Thank you to all our chancellors. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Brian Hastings, the President and CEO of the University of Nebraska Foundation. Brian?
Thank you, President Carter, and thanks to each of you for joining us for this announcement today. The University of Nebraska Foundation is proud to be your partner in the Only in Nebraska campaign. In addition to our foundation team and you, our university partners, we've also garnered tremendous volunteer support for this campaign. More than 325 volunteers have signed on to this effort, including business, community, and philanthropic leaders who've been critical to getting us to where we are today. I especially want to publicly thank and recognize in particular the members of the Campaign Executive Committee. Susan Buffett, Susan and Jim Clifton, Mary and Rodrigo Lopez, Tricia and Jeff Rakes, Martha and David Schlossberg, Gail and Mike Yanni, and our Foundation Board Chair, Don Volte. I also want to respectfully recognize Walter Scott Jr. in memoriam, as Mr. Scott was involved in this campaign from its start in 2018 until his passing last year. Also on the Campaign Executive Committee are 4 couples who have tremendous love and respect for the university and for each of your campuses, and they've agreed to lead the campaign efforts for your campus. For UNK, our chairs are Carrie and Brian Hamilton. For UNO, our chairs are Regent Barbara and Wally Whites. For UNMC and Nebraska Medicine, our chairs are Karen and Jim Linder. And for UNL, our chairs are Holly and Ton Ostergaard. Only in Nebraska is a fitting name for this campaign because there is something truly unique about this state, and it starts with all of you. Thank you for your support of Only in Nebraska in so many different forms, certainly for what you do each and every day for our students, but also through your advocacy, through the care and stewardship that you provide for our benefactors, and through your own personal giving. By continuing to work together, we can truly make the University of Nebraska as exceptional as the people of this state deserve. To conclude our announcement today, I'd like to invite back President Carter.
Thank you, Brian. You know, we have a tremendous collection of volunteers who care about this university, who are leading the Only in Nebraska campaign. We have amazing faculty, staff, and students. Our mission is clear. Now is the time to move forward at full throttle. That's what the Only in Nebraska campaign will do. Accelerate your work to recruit more students and retain them. Support your outstanding teaching and invest in your research to solve issues that only the University of Nebraska can solve. It's all possible, and it's all happening here, only in Nebraska. Thank you for joining us today. In concluding this announcement, I'm pleased to end by sharing this short video, Standing Together for Something Greater.
It takes a lot to build the future. A lot of hard work, a lot of common sense, a lot of dedication and drive. And to build an even brighter future for our state and our world, it takes a lot of things you'll only find right here. Because we're all for Nebraska. Together, we're proud to be the only public university in our state. We're all for students and the promise they hold, for our communities and the challenges we face, for big ideas and the solutions we'll discover. Forward is our only path, and we'll lead the way as one undeniable force. We answer the call like only Nebraska can. We work harder like only Nebraska does. We'll go further like only Nebraska could. Standing together for something greater. Stepping up to do more for our communities. Starting today to build the future the world needs now. It's all possible, and it's all happening here, only in Nebraska.